No, no, no. Chum Chum from Fanpoint Chum Chum is the best anime or cartoon character that's ever been created on the face of this planet, Grant.
I can't believe you're saying this. Like, I really can't. That little fat little boy?
Yeah.
No. Jotaro Kujo from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is obviously superior to that little freak.
Oh, what was he added? Being an edgy teenager, punching things?
Yeah. And he's Japanese.
Well, Chum Chum's Vietnamese.
What are you guys talking about?
Oh, just arguing on the best anime or cartoon character.
Aren't those both like the same thing?
No.
So you guys are doing your own top 10 list, debating on it?
It's like top number one, really. It's not really.
Those guys are your number ones?
Yeah.
Huh. You know, you guys just gave me a really great idea. I'm gonna steal your idea and make it my own and put it on my YouTube channel.
Connor, why would anyone want to hear your opinion? You work at a grocery store.
Alright, well, you see, I got subscribers, alright? I got random people that actually watch my channel, alright? Random people actually want to watch me, alright? I want them to know who I am, alright?
Oh.
I want them to know me, alright? They care about me. They think I'm important.
They don't, Connor.
They do. Alright?
Roll the film.
Hey guys, Connor here. Today I got a brand new video for you guys. As I said before in the past, I love cartoons. Love them too much, in fact. So I thought, hey, since I already did my list on my favorite cartoons, I'll do characters now this time. So, number 10 on my list is Prowl from Transformers Animated. Definitely one of my favorite characters of the show. And it was a complete change on the character. Prowl was just a police car, but in this show he's a ninja, and he also is a police motorcycle. Now, he's voiced by Jeff Bennett. He also voiced Johnny Bravo, so already something good there. But anyways, you know, Prowl was just a character you just felt bad for, but he also looked awesome. You know, every time he fights, you know, we got several episodes just about him. When we first learn about his origin story, how, you know, in the past, how he failed, and right when, you know, he finally, you know, becomes a great ninja warrior.
First I failed to protect the protoforms, and now this! Do you have any idea what it's like to embark on a path, only to find it so completely twisted and turned that you have no idea where you are?
As I said before in my past, though, video, like, Prowl sacrificed himself to save the day. And it's just really sad. But the show definitely made me put, like, Prowl on my... He's definitely one of my favorite Transformers. Number 9 on my list is Benson from Regular Show. I'll just be quick with this one. I mean, we all know who Benson is, really. Just the guy who really yells at Mordecai and Rigby. The reason why he's on this list is just because every episode that he's in, I always laugh so much. He's just a really funny character. Like, every time he yells, you know, like, even one episode where he, you know, can't yell at Mordecai and Rigby, it's hilarious how much anger issues he has. Definitely a funny character. That's his character, that's all I can say. Number 7 on my list is Terry McGinnis from Batman Beyond. Now the show, of course, you know, took a huge risk, taking place in the future, younger Batman and stuff, but it worked good. And, you know, it's a little bit more darker, of course. Now, the reason why I put Terry on this list, though, is because, you know, every episode it's how he learns, you know, how to be Batman. Of course, something a lot of people might actually want to do. But it works perfect because, you know, we care about Terry. You know, he wanted to get revenge on the people who killed his father. You know, old man Bruce Wayne helping him out. So it's definitely good. You know, it's just like Terry going on with, you know, because, you know, he has to do school during the day and then Batman at night. Now, the only thing I don't like about Terry is the choice on his girlfriend. I just don't like the girlfriend. I'm sorry. She's terrible. I don't know why Terry went with her. She's just looks like a typical rich girl or whatever. I'm sorry. It's just not good for you, Terry. Just not good. Number 8 on my list is Wally West from Young Justice, aka, you know, Kid Flash. Now, Kid Flash, you know, he's just, you know, the goofball character, the ladies' man, I guess you could say. Now, the reason why I put him on this list, though, is because of Season 1, the episode called Cold Hearted, where it was his birthday, and he had to do a heart transplant to this one little girl. And first of all, first off, he's like, oh, really? Like, I want to do the mission. Acts like a jerk. But then he actually, pulls through it, and you actually start caring about him. He cares about the girl. It's fantastic. And, later in Season 2, when it does a time jump, I think it's 5 years later, he's grown up, he retired, but then he, of course, comes back. And as, the finale goes, of course, he sacrificed himself. But, he is, of course, still alive because of all the nods in Season 3 that they do. But, anyways, just a fantastic character. That's all I can really say about him. Love the design. Great voice actor. Perfect all around. Number 6 is Samurai Jack from Samurai Jack. Now, we all know Samurai Jack's origin, of course, from the theme song. Now, I've seen, bits and pieces of Season 1 and 2. I really only completely watched, the 5th season, which is, my favorite, though. Maybe I'm wrong, I haven't watched the whole thing. But it's like Samurai Jack in Season 5, we care about him when we see him trying to hide, run, and fight. How, everyone around the world, praises him, and how he just feels like he fails them, and how there's no hope. And of course, the way Samurai Jack is, it's just perfect. I mean, that's all I can say is, we all know who this character is. Number 5 on my list is Starscream from Transformers Prime. Now, you're probably already thinking already, two Transformers. Yes, I'm getting into the franchise right now, and this show is definitely great. Now, I put Starscream on here, though, is because he's the best version of Starscream out there. Definitely the best version. He's basically, the right character of him. He's a coward. He always wants to lead, but, once he does, he's terrible at it. It's hilarious. Every time, it's fantastic. And the voice actor, Stephen Bloom, he nails it. I was actually shocked when I found out he was the voice of Starscream. He just nails it, though. Starscream's just hilarious. It's every time he fails, anytime he betrays people, it's just really funny. And what can I say? Stephen Bloom just nails the voice of Starscream. Number 4 on my list is Flash from Justice League and Unlimited too. Now, Flash was just, he's the funny character, of course. Now, I grew up watching this show, when I was a kid, when it came on, when I watched it. Flash was my favorite when I was a kid, and he's still my number 1 favorite superhero out there. Just is, even though I think the show's the live action show is garbage. Anyways, the reason why Flash on the show, though, is perfect is just because of how funny he is, like how funny he is around Batman or the rest of the members. But one of my favorite things about him is how much he cares, though, about even the villains, too. He actually cares about them and what they're doing.
Here's the deal, buddy. Tell me where those guys went, and I promise to come see you in the hospital. We'll play darts. The soft kind.
Okay. They're gonna ambush you at the Flash Museum.
See? That's all we needed.
So yeah, definitely hilarious character. And, he just cares about people, and, Flash Day, the Flash Museum, all that. It's just why Flash is just my favorite superhero out there, and that's why I had to put him on this list. Number 3 on my list is Spider-Man from the show Spectacular Spider-Man. Anyways, my favorite Spider-Man out there is this one and the PS4 version. I mean, except for the Peter Parker design on that one. The show only lasted for 2 seasons, but Peter was just perfect. Family and his life in high school. And when he's Spider-Man, the jokes are actually good, though. His quips, as you would say. They're definitely really good. I mean, when he gets the symbiote suit on, he becomes the jerk, and, you're just come on, get rid of it. It's fantastic. When it does happen, we see not family members, but loved ones or friends, become the villains, and it's sometimes really sad, and it's how Peter tries to, deal with it, and what can I say? It's just sad. Definitely the best Peter Parker. You know, he cares a lot about people, and even as Spider-Man, like sometimes he does care about the villains. You know, except when he attack, like when the villains attack him, then he just makes the quips. But he tried to get Sandman to turn good, and yeah. So definitely best Spider-Man out there, 100%. Number 2 on my list is Ahsoka from the Clone Wars. Now, of course, I love Star Wars: The Clone Wars. And Ahsoka is definitely my favorite character on the show. Like, I had a hard time choosing between Rex and Ahsoka. But Ahsoka got so many episodes, just about her, so many arcs about her. And, when she first came on the show, like it was, in the movie or whatever, like, she was just the annoying young character who can think they can do it and all that, and it was terrible. But, as the show went on, she developed, got older, and she, just became, one of my favorite characters. She became this character who's trying to learn more about the Force, how to do, fighting styles, and, some of my favorite arcs are, when she was getting hunted down for a game, and, of course, everyone's favorite arc, though, is, I believe it's called To Catch a Jedi, I believe that's what it's called, but anyways, it's when, there's a bomber, and when they put one of the suspects in prison, and Ahsoka talks to her, she dies, and the blame is put on Ahsoka, and everyone's after her, except for, Anakin, of course, he knows she didn't do it, but everyone else thinks she did it, even, the Jedi Order thinks that she did it, well, except for a few members, but anyways, after it was revealed, she wasn't the bomber and everything. What's really sad, though, is that, she was actually going to become a Jedi instead of a Padawan. The moment's so sad, because she just left the Jedi Order because she couldn't trust anyone. The side that she was on, they didn't even trust her anymore. They didn't believe her, and, her own best friend, even betrayed her too, so it's... How could she trust anyone? And, of course, she goes on Star Wars Rebels, of course. Makes it a little bit more better. Well, not better, I should say. Just, the character going on. But 100% my number 1 favorite female character, of course, in cartoons, I would say. So number 1 on my list is Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Now, before I get into it, I want to make an apology. Because when I was making my, top 10 favorite cartoons, I forgot about this show, and already I can feel like people could be mad at me for that, and I want to say deeply, I am sorry. So yeah, Zuko, definitely my favorite cartoon character of all time. When I was making the list, I had Zuko on there, I'm like, well, he's number 1, nothing can beat him. Just without a doubt, even though the show is called Avatar: The Last Airbender, Zuko... he just was a standout character. It felt like the show was about him, even though he's not even technically the main character. When we first see him, he's just a villain. That's all he is just a villain. Then, he grew on to the show, and, we learn his origin story, how sad it gets, his evil sister, and how, his destiny was trying to hunt down the Avatar, and, once, of course, after, he takes credit, well, I mean, he doesn't take credit, but he got credit for killing the Avatar, and he finally gets what he always wanted. He wanted his father's respect, he wanted to live again in the Fire Kingdom, and once he finally gets it, he's just not happy,
Stop it, Uncle! I have to do this!
I'm begging you, Prince Zuko. It's time for you to look inward and begin asking yourself the big questions. Who are you? And what do you want?
He always wanted this, and he's just not happy, though. That's what makes him a great character, and then he joins the Avatar and the group and the Fight the Fire Nation, and it's just perfect. And, he went from being the small-time villain who always fails at the end of the episode, all the way now to a character you care about, and he becomes the new Fire Lord. It's definitely good. Even as an old man, he was awesome. He had a pet dragon, so you know what? That's That makes it even cooler. Definitely, without a doubt, Zuko is my all-time favorite cartoon character of all time. I'm going to say it again. All time. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, leave a comment below what your favorite cartoon character is, and maybe I'll respond to it. Maybe. Probably not. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video.